certainly merit in ensuring that your contracts are in writing. And another thing that I would always recommend is endorse your invoices as payment claims. So for each state, include the legislation. This is a payment claim under the
Right. Yep.
Security of Payment Act. The building, in fact, don't say that because that's just how we shorten it. For New South Wales, for example, it's the Building and Construction Industry Security of Payment Act 1999. So it's a little bit of a mouthful, but just make sure that you include.
So if you were to put that on, say, the footer of the invoice or something like that, would that
very, very powerful, very, very powerful, surprisingly powerful. So if you do that, what that means is if they don't respond within the 10 business days and they don't pay, then you then have an opportunity to enforce what's called as a statutory debt, which means that you can then take that to court and potentially get summary judgment for payment. And it doesn't matter whether the other party disputes it, or they could have the best case in the world. You could have done a terrible job, and I'm sure that none of you would have, none of the listeners would have, of course. But you could have done an absolutely terrible job. It doesn't matter. That the statutory debt arises by virtue of failing to provide a response or a payment schedule, as it's regarded under the Act, or pay by the due date. So if you fail to provide the response, then you've got to pay.
Yep.
And then so you wait for the due date to pass to see if they pay.
Yep.
But if they don't pay, then that's when the statutory debt arises and you have enforceable rights. So it's a good thing to do as a matter of course.
I think it's such an easy thing to add as a template to your invoice.
It really is. There's a few sort of complicating factors. You're only allowed one claim per month. So if you're invoicing more than once a month, then you might need to be careful because then only one will be valid. And if the one that's for $1,000 is valid, but the one for $250,000 isn't, then you're going to be kicking yourself, obviously. Yeah.
That's good. There's some good tips there that people can, implement straight away.